Hi, everyone. I'm Craig Janest. Across my career, I've noticed that projects rarely fail because the work itself is impossible. They crumble when decisions pile up, timelines stretch, and people burn out. Today, I want to share a structure that steadies the process. Three seats, 2 weeks, one owner. The 3-2-1 rule keeps projects moving. It limits approvals to three people, sets a clear window for decisions, and names one person who carries responsibility. It brings clarity to a process that can be very fluid. So start by naming the three seats at kickoff. In production, it's more common the seats to be a creative lead, production management, and tech direction. Everyone else can advise, but they don't hold the vote. When there are more than three, decisions blur. I've been on projects with 7 approvers that collapsed under competing notes. Cutting back to three brought sharper feedback and a timeline that held. The second part of the rule is 2 weeks. Most of the time, decisions should be made in the room. It's the ideal. The 2 week ceiling exists for the ones that can't be closed right away and prevents choices from drifting with no resolution. In production, we often need answers quickly, and that works too, because the framework flexes down. What it blocks is the open ended loop where the same issue lingers for months. The last piece is one owner. Groups are valuable, but someone has to decide. That could be the showrunner, director, or a network exec. Whoever it is, the role should be clear from the first day. The owner listens, weighs input, and makes the calls that keep the team moving. Without that clarity, discussions scatter across emails and threads. With it, decisions stick. Stakeholders often want to have a voice, and the cleanest approach is to either give them one of the three seats or define an exception lane, something narrow, like a 24-hour window for legal or risk issues. Past that, the work continues. To test this, start small. Pick one deliverable, lock the three seats, put 2 decision points on the calendar, and name the owner. Then watch for 3 signals: how long decisions take, how often notes repeat, and how the team feels at the end of the sprint. You'll know quickly if it makes a difference. Every production has friction. The difference with 3-2-1 is that the friction doesn't spread. Decisions are logged, ownership is clear, and people can move forward without waiting for another round of notes. It protects both the work and the people doing it. On live shows, the seats were EP, network exec, and legal counsel. The director owned show day, and we went live without a snag every time. On docs, the showrunner owned creative, and legal had a narrow lane for rights and fair use. For branded campaigns, the biz dev lead owned scope, while creative and legal filled the other seats. In every case, people knew who decided, when, and on what basis. Try the 3-2-1 rule on one project this month. See what speeds up and see what still clogs. Share it back. I'll bring the adjustments next time. 3 seats, 2 weeks, one owner. That's the signal. The rest is just noise.